Thomas Hearns came into this bout against Juan Roldan with only 2 losses on his record, one to Sugar Ray Leonard and the other to Marvelous Marvin Hagler. The fighters here are competing for the vacant WBC middleweight crown, and Hearns is also attempting to make history by winning 4 titles in 4 different weight classes. Now, greats like Henry Armstrong, Alexis Arguello, and Roberto Duran had all tried to win 4 titles before him and failed. Armstrong fought to a 10-round draw with Seferino Garcia for the middleweight title. Arguello was knocked out by Aaron Pryor in 2 bids for the junior welterweight title, and Roberto Duran lost a decision to Hagler in 1983. So Hearns promises here to be the first, and he believed that by winning a 4th title, he was doing something that Hagler or Leonard could never do. Meanwhile, Hearns wasn't the only one who wanted a rematch with Hagler. Juan Roldan wanted another shot at Hagler, as he was stopped by the Marvelous One in 1984. Nicknamed the Hammer, Roldan did make the history books when he was credited with knocking down Hagler in the first round, but it later appeared that Hagler slipped after a grazing punch. Roldan took off a year and a half after the Hagler loss, returning in 1986 as a light heavyweight, but he whittled back down to 160 to annihilate James Kinchin in 9 rounds on the Hagler and Leonard undercard. Before this bout, his manager Tito Lectoure stated that Roldan turned down a fight for the title against Iran Barkley, instead wanting to face the best active fighter in the division, which he saw as Thomas Hearns. Now, Roldan was trying to become the 3rd Argentine to become middleweight champion since 1970, joining the likes of Carlos Monzon and Hugo Coro, but he was going through a divorce at the time, and his own wife said that she was, quote, praying for him to lose. The odds opened in favor of Hearns at 7-5 and later rose to 9-5, but Hagler, who fought both men, saw the fight as an even one, noting that Roldan was crude and awkward, but extremely strong. On a personal note, I thought this was one of Hearns' more exciting fights. This is probably the first time I'd seen Hearns being forced to fight off his back foot right off the bat, as Roldan forces him into retreat once the bell rings. This aggression leads to Hearns throwing lead rights, and he's off balance on a lot of occasions, but later he sets up his big right cross with his underrated left uppercut to the body. Roldan, meanwhile, is as crude as can be, but he has power and has deceptively fast hands. But he doesn't have the foot speed or defense to match, and ultimately that leads to his demise here.
Let's get it on. This is trademark. Scheduled for 12. And Roldan comes right after Hearns.
This is what I anticipated, that Roldan would come out like that, the way that I came out of Tommy.
He's swinging.
He's winging. And you got it, and he's quick. Tommy can't stand still with this guy.
And Tommy's lifting his head up in the air, which is not exactly the right thing to do. But you know, you can't pull back from a guy like Roldan. He can reach way out with those looping punches.
You got to watch that uppercut.
Despite the furious start, neither fighter landed a furious punch. That right hand, the first, and it sends down Roldan. The first good, clean shot of the fight. A right hand over by Hearns.
6, 7, 8,
And Tommy went right back to the body.
Yeah, but Tommy's got to be careful because he's going to win.
That's right. You're right.
Tommy's got his head up. There you go.
He got nailed. Hearns got nailed and he got hurt.
He's holding him tight. He's holding him tight. He's hurt. Roldan just coming out to him.
Well, Hearns is fighting his fight now.
That's it.
And he got nailed again.
Nailed
And Tommy is holding.
Yeah, he's holding.
Tommy had him down and Tommy's doing the holding.
Nice uppercut, hey Tommy. Tommy's looking to shoot the right hand again.
Side to side, another right hand by Hearns. If I was Tommy, I'd move a lot to my right.
Yeah, move to his left.
Quick right hand again.
That's what Tommy's got to do. Keep moving.
At the bell. He has to get up. Roldan went down at the bell. He has to get up.
5, 6.
All right, he's up now. Now the corner can come get him. What are they doing? The corner's got to wake up over there. Tito Lectori went back down the stairs as soon as he got up.
Early on. After that, both fighters missed rather badly. But Roldan still looks a little wobbly.
So he's going to come out throwing him.
Both fighters have been hurt in this fight. That's what Hearns has to do. Has to hide on this guy, side to side.
Roldan is dropping his left hand. That's why he's getting caught with that right hand.
He was a little off balance when he got hit with that one.
A left hook. He was off balance.
6, 7, 8. Here we go.
Well, this is the different calibers of the fighters. You can tell by Hearns got the experience by being in there. But Hearns got to keep moving. He's snapping that jab and keeping him at long range.
I don't know why Tommy doesn't slide over to the side.
At least what Tommy's doing, which is good, is he's bending down. Nice. That was a nice punch there.
He of all the sparring in the gym could never he couldn't have prepared him for this.
See, quick. He's gonna try to hit him quick.
There it is. Nice combination.
Ooh.
Hit Tommy on top of the head that time.
Roldan's got to go to the body some too. He's not going to the body at all. He's just head chop. He's just head hunting.
3 knockdowns have been scored already by Hearns. 2 in round 1. Trying to get closer to Hearns, willing to take the punishment to get inside.
And Hearns is not snapping a jab at all. Every punch is a big punch, home run ball.
You gotta watch Roldan's uppercut. He's sneaky. He had a sneaky uppercut. What Roldan does wrong is that he drops that left hand. He's vulnerable for that right.
Roldan is now bleeding from the nose. There was a home run ball again.
Yeah, Hearns is gambling on that. Nice.
And he got nailed with a right hand.
Now you see how it is in there when you're there with Roldan. He's awkward.
That jab up from down below. He's much more effective when he's bending his own knee.
Another right hand by Roldan, right between Tommy's hands.
And a good left jab landed by Roldan.
Now Tommy's starting to shoot more right hands now.
An effective punch by Hearns would be a good left hook to the body.
So Roldan's got to go to the body.
This is an out-and-out war.
You can't let Tommy rest out there.
The end of round number 3.
Hearns is trying to fake now and trying to put the right hand together. Nice.
Big left hook. He's in trouble. Roldan trying to find the target. Good bobbing and weaving by Hearns.
Hearns is hurt.
And he's grabbing Roldan. His legs are still wobbling.
He can't move away from Roldan.
This guy is, if you wait for him, he's going to nail you.
See, now Tommy's fighting a fighter now. That's the difference from the caliber that he fought when he won the title in the light heavy. Roldan's keeping his head down now and punching. Tommy's doing the wrong thing by hanging on the ropes. Roldan almost stopped.
His hands are totally down, Roldan.
There he goes. Big right hand by Hearns.
Roldan is a totally open target standing there, and Hearns tried to take him out with that big bomb.
Tim, he couldn't have hit him harder. He caught him coming in, and Roldan did not go.
Please, go tied in there.
Yes, they do.
That's the shot.
Hearns is trying to throw the uppercut in the right hand.
Landed the right hand, down goes Roldan.
Left hooks to the body would set that up.
5,
He's not going to get up.
7.
This one is over. Thomas Hearns has made boxing history.
face again.
He just walked right into it.
Well, you know, Roldan never doesn't pace himself. It's either you or him. He just lets it all hang out. And when they get down like that, Marv, very seldom they get up. Now let's go up the ring announcer, Chuck Cole.
The time, Hearns.
Hearns returned 8 months later and suffered a stunning loss in 3 rounds to Iran Barkley. He'd eventually get his rematch with Leonard in 1989, getting a disputed draw. Juan Roldan campaigned for another year after the Hearns fight. He returned to his native Argentina to knock out the comebacking Hugo Coro in only 1 round. Roldan then got another bid at a portion of the middleweight title, getting stopped in 8 one-sided rounds by Michael Nunn. Roldan retired for good after the loss and became a successful rancher at a dairy farm, according to Ring magazine. Unfortunately, he gained a considerable amount of weight over the years, developing hypertension before being diagnosed with COVID-19 in November of 2020 and dying only 3 days after his diagnosis. Roldan was 63 years old.